Eyewitness Weather Forecast.
6:11 is now the time on your early Wednesday evening. I'm meteorologist Jordan Reed, tracking some fairly tranquil weather as we go through the next couple of days, but there are some shower chances embedded within that. So let's take a look at what you need to know tonight through Friday. Tonight we will see thickening clouds, so it will become overcast toward and after midnight. For our Thursday, it will remain cloudy with a cold rain or some flurries, especially as we head through the afternoon. But some of us could see some of those sneak in through the morning hours. And then spring finally officially begins at 10:46 a.m. on Friday, but that will be quickly followed by some afternoon shower chances. So we'll cover all that in the coming minutes, but a live look right now at downtown Utica shows us that we do have some sunshine. We look back toward the southwest, and we do have some clouds moving in, and at the present time, 29 degrees, winds out of the east at 6 miles an hour, adding a bite to the air, making it feel like 23. Temperatures well below average today, and that continues right now. Down toward the south, you've got upper 20s to right around, if not just above 30 degrees. Up toward the north, though, we do have some lower, if not middle 20s out there at the present time. And you can see here on our satellite and radar over the past hour, those clouds continue to make their way toward from west toward the east, and we will see increasing clouds through the next several hours. Keeping us dry, though, is this area of high pressure down toward the New York City area, off toward New Jersey, but we do have some minor disturbances building in off toward the west, and that will increase the shower and flurry chances tomorrow morning, but especially as we head through the afternoon. You'll see what I mean here with Futurecast. We will see increasing clouds during the evening hours, and especially, as I mentioned, toward and after midnight. A southerly breeze, though, and that keeps temperatures in the 20s. Up toward the north, you could find a few upper teens, though. It'll feel like the teens area-wide, especially when you wake up tomorrow morning, and up toward the north as well, where we have some lifting. That's where we could see some light to occasionally moderate snow showers during the morning hours, but I do expect more of them as we head into the afternoon. And in the valley, it looks like we will see some cold raindrops mixed in there as well, with little to no accumulation there. As far as expected rainfall from tonight through tomorrow morning, you might find a few hundredths of an inch of rain from the valley on toward the south, and then some of this is the liquid equivalent of snowfall, but you get the idea. There could be as much as a tenth of an inch of rain up toward the north. And in terms of that snowfall, most of us from the valley on south seeing not even an inch. There could be a couple of spots up toward the north that see 1 to 3+ inches, and that's through tomorrow evening into Friday morning. And then Friday afternoon, looks like we've got another chance of rain heading our way, but it doesn't last long. By Saturday, we're in the upper 40s to right around 50 degrees, and that's above average for this time of year with a mix of sun and clouds. And then it looks like we'll see another system heading our way on Sunday with an early mix or snow going over to rain showers. Thomas, back over to you.
Thank you, Jordan. When we come back, the war
Automotive Group. Come see why it's gotta be not. Now, your Eyewitness Weather Forecast.
Just past 10:16 now on this late Wednesday evening. I'm meteorologist Jordan Reed, hoping you are having a safe weekend. As we go through the next couple of days, things will remain fairly tranquil, but we do have several shower chances with that being said. So let's take a look at what you need to know over the next couple of days. Tonight we will see increasing clouds, and it'll become overcast, especially toward and after midnight. For our Thursday, things will remain cloudy with a cold rain or even some flurries possible, especially as we head through the late morning into the early afternoon. And then Friday, spring begins at 10:46 a.m. But then as we head through the late morning into the afternoon, yet again, shower chances, mainly rain, will become likely. Right now in downtown Utica, we're currently sitting at 27 degrees with clear skies. The winds out of the east at 8 miles an hour, making it feel like 19. And the dew point, measure of how much moisture is in the air, is at 13. So it's definitely dry out there right now. And temperatures up toward the north and east are in the teens to right around, if not just above 20 degrees. Further to the southwest, though, you've got temperatures into the lower, if not the middle 20s, and we'll drop another few degrees during the overnight hours colder up toward the north country. You can see here that we do have some snow making its way toward the Interstate 81 corridor on our satellite and radar, but I do think that the bark is worse than the bite because of the dry air that I just mentioned, so a lot of that's not making its way down toward the ground. But nonetheless, you can see where that weak warm front is, and that is what we have to thank for the more seasonable temperatures as we head through our Thursday, although it still will be a little bit below average for this time of year, but just not as cold as the last couple of days. As we go through overnight tonight, though, we will see a lot of clouds thanks to that warm front moving through. especially toward and after midnight. There could even be a spotty flurry or snow shower, but I think most of those hold off until the mid to late morning hours, especially up in the North Country. And temperatures there will be in the 20s and 30s to start the day, and we'll make our way into the 30s to right around, if not just above 40 degrees from the valley on toward the south. So there, any precipitation tomorrow will likely fall in the form of rain. But it'll be a cold rain, and up toward the north, that's where you'll see more snow, with temperatures stuck in the middle and upper 30s there. This is expected rain through Friday morning at 8 a.m., and you'll notice from the valley on toward the south, maybe seeing a few hundredths of an inch of rain. Up toward the north, though, some of this is the liquid equivalent of any snowfall, but you get the idea. A little bit more precipitation there. There could be as much as 1/10 of an inch, and also 1 to 3 inches of snow, a little bit less snow as you go down toward the south, where again, it will be predominantly rain. But as we head through Friday, we do have another chance of showers heading our way during the afternoon, but for most everybody, it'll be rain with highs in the low to mid 40s. Saturday, definitely looking like the better half of the weekend with the mix of sun and clouds and highs in the upper 40s to right around 50 degrees. And then we do see a mix of sun and clouds next week after an early mix or some snow showers to close out the weekend on Sunday. Thomas, back to you.
Well, Jordan, it might not be...
Now, your eyewitness weather forecast.
Good Wednesday evening, everybody. I'm meteorologist Sean Reed, tracking some fairly tranquil weather as we go through the next couple of days and welcome in spring. However, with that being said, there are a couple of shower chances that we have to get through. So let's first take a look at the stats for today. 29 the high, 5 the low this morning, and those are both short of average for this time of year by as much as 15 to 20 degrees. Our average is 43 and 26 respectively, and this just goes to show you that March, you can go from one extreme to the next. Back on this date in 2012, 14 years ago, it was at 80 degrees for the high temperature. That's the record high. The record low, -5, set back in 1956, and we had just 3/hundredths, I should say, of an inch of precipitation. We won't have any record highs over the next couple of days, but things will become more seasonable. Overnight tonight, we'll see some clouds. Temperatures fairly close to where they should be at this time of year, into the lower, if not the middle 20s. And then for our Thursday, it remains cloudy with a cold rain or even some flurries, especially late morning into the afternoon. And then by Friday, it gets off to a quiet start with spring officially beginning at 10:46 a.m. So we're less than 36 hours away from that now, but it does come with some shower chances as we close out the work week during the afternoon. A live look right now in downtown Utica, 27 degrees with mostly cloudy skies. Winds out of the east and southeast at 7 miles an hour, making it feel like 19, and that dew point is at 14. That's a measure of how much moisture is in the air, and that just goes to show you that it is fairly dry out there right now. Up toward the north, temperatures have come up a little bit thanks to that southerly wind along with more clouds. But we've got 20s to right around, if not just above 30 degrees as you go further toward the south. And we'll continue to drop another couple of degrees as we head through the evening hours, especially up toward the North Country. On our satellite and radar over the last hour or so, you are seeing some light snow flurry activity out there. But I think the bark is worse on than the bite on this one because of that dry air that I just mentioned. But nonetheless, we do have a warm front passing through. That's the culprit for the clouds, as well as any snow flurry activity that you might see overnight tonight. I think more snow flurries and rain showers likely during the day tomorrow. So you'll notice that our in-house model not even picking up on that snow flurry activity over the next couple of hours, but it will mid to late morning tomorrow across the North Country and maybe even down toward the south as well. And then it'll work its way into the valley as we head into the late morning into the early afternoon. But there, I do expect it to fall as mainly rain before temperatures drop once again into the 30s after getting up into the 40s in the afternoon. Maybe a coating to an inch further south, 1 to 3 inches as you go up toward the north. And then Friday afternoon, it is just rain showers out there. And then Saturday, I should say, looking like the better of the 2 weekend days with a mix of sun and clouds, highs around 50. Then there could be an early mix or snow on Sunday with highs still in the mid 40s, going over to rain in the afternoon. Thomas, back to you.
Thank you, Jordan. When we come